Hey YouTube, if you're looking for the best way to warm up your body for a run or leg day, or simply to improve your hip mobility, then look no further. It will take you 11 minutes. Let's do it. We're starting on the ground in windshield wipers. The key thing here is to make sure that your hips stay planted on the floor so that you get true internal and external rotation of the hip. We have a minute here, and each rep, I'm going to go deeper and deeper into that internal rotation. Notice that when I'm here, I'm taking deep breaths to help relax my hips and prepare me for this sequence.
I pray to the Lord, I rise to the Lord, gonna greet the Lord. I pray to the Lord, Fatumata Jambele, everything being safe again, everything for your Jambele, oh Jambele, oh yeah. You are not a friend of me, no. Baby, you mean more to me, more to me. You are not a friend of me.
Next up is the quad stretch and reach. So make sure you tuck your stretching foot under so that it's pointed, not flexed to the other side. We want to make sure that we keep the tailbone tucked. And when reaching, I really want you to try to twist your upper body so that you're reaching up and out of the hips here, twisting the body slightly.
Let me please you right tonight. Don't make plans tonight, yeah. But get it, come to me, to me. Come to me, let's go. Come to me, Fatumata Jambele, oh Lord. The Fatumata Jambele, oh Jambele, oh. I pray to the Lord, I rise to the Lord, gonna greet the Lord. I pray to the Lord, Fatumata Jambele, everything being safe again, everything for your Jambele, oh Jambele, oh yeah. You are not a friend of me, no. Baby, you mean more to me, more to me.
1990. Okay, so we want a 90-degree angle at the front leg and at the back leg. So check that your ankle is in line with your knee and your knee in line with your hip on both sides. And as you can see here, I'm opening up towards my legs first and then twisting around like I want to bring my shoulder to the floor. We're going to do that a couple of times, and then we're going to fold forward and then lift back up. There's a number of options that you can do here. You can just hold in this position, but I like the dynamic aspect of doing the T rotations here and how it interacts with your hip mobility and lower back mobility as well.
You are not a friend of me, no. Baby, you mean more to me, more to me. You are not a friend of me, no. Baby, you mean more to me, more to me. You are not a friend of me, no. Baby, you mean more to me, more to me.
Alrighty, supine hip extension to get those glutes really switched on. Okay, this is harder than it looks. I want you to keep your tailbone tucked and pubic bone pressing into the floor. I'm really trying not to let my lower back bend. Now, if you start to feel a little bit achy in the lower back, it probably means that it's bending and you're using your back to do this movement. So even if you can only lift your knee like a centimeter max off the floor, I'd rather you do that. This is difficult, but I know, particularly for those of you who've been told by physio, oh, my glutes are underactive or I don't have very strong glutes, this will help you to train that awareness. Child's pose, good old child's pose. Just push back, take the knees nice and wide here. Rest your head on your forearms and just breathe, reconnecting with the body. If you became a little distracted at all, we just want to stay connected to the breath as much as possible. Okay, for the lizard lunge, We're gonna take a nice long lunge here, take a nice wide stance. We're doing a reach, so we're gonna take 3 twisting reaches with the outside arm first, and then with the inside arm. So I'm opening up and then twisting through the leg and the other way. You also wanna make sure that your back knee stays down on the ground. You wanna make sure that your hips are sinking forward. Alternating step back lunges. Okay, this forward fold is not accidental, even though it looks like I'm just trying to stay in frame. Notice that I build up to the arm reach, and with each arm reach or each rep, I'm going deeper and deeper into the stretch. So at the beginning, I'm just kind of like slowly reaching around as I alternate my legs through the step back lunge, but I'm also making sure that at each rep, I'm really getting a little bit deeper. And yes, you'll build heat, but that's exactly what we want, because that's gonna help you to go deeper each rep. This will benefit your hips big time. Glute bridges. Okay, tuck the tailbone, no back bends here. Keep a little bit of flexion in your spine, chin tucked. You guys know what to do. If you've been to my channel before, like, you're very familiar with glute bridges. We just want to make sure that we keep the heel and the ball of the foot down on the floor. If your heel especially starts to lift, you're probably going to feel this in your quads a little bit more. Side lying hip raise. I honestly don't have anything to say about this. It sucks, it hurts, but it's one of the best glute exercises out there, body weight. And I would say it just is awesome, even as a body weight exercise. You want to make sure that you don't sag or collapse into your arm, and make sure that your knee stays bent and you're not pushing your hips forward, they're just moving up and down. Side plank. Okay, let me just get rid of my camel toe here. Now, same as the side lying hip raises, we want to make sure we're not sagging into the supporting shoulder. We want to really push the floor away, pull the ribs in, and squeeze the glutes, tucking your tailbone. when we come into front plank, it's not just any front plank. I want you to push your elbows into the floor, push your palms into the floor, pull your ribs in, squeeze your glutes, squeeze your legs. We are almost there. Well done. Now go get your workout or chill, depending on what you were using this for. I'll see you on the mat soon.